Hey everybody, Arthur here with another unboxing video. Today we have Star Wars The Black Series Cal Kestis, and he is from the Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order game that's going to be coming out. And this dude looks pretty awesome, and he definitely, from, if you guys seen my last couple videos, I'm going to keep pointing this out, UPS just totally jacked this box up, and this was inside a box. Just very, very upsetting. But like all other Black Series, we get the artwork on the bottom. Looks great. Cal is number 93. So if you don't feel like looking at all the figures on the peg, you can just look on the side and look for number 93. And there you go. You'll have Cal. On the back, you would have the artwork looking nice, but again, all crushed and everything. But that's the back of the box. We do have some read-up information on the back of the box, so feel free to pause it. Cal out of the box looks pretty awesome. He does have some issues, which I'll dive into a little bit. But first, let's dive into his accessories. So he does come with a lightsaber, and out of that package, it was damaged, and it looked like this. Thanks to some hot water heated up in the microwave, I was able to straighten this up. And I mean, even though I could start to still feel a little bit of lumpage up at the tip, and it's not as clear. There's like some little lines going on, but they're not really stress fracture lines. I don't know if I can focus to really see it. But there's definitely something. You can see it when I rotate it. It can't really focus because it's clear, but you can see a little bit of something. Could be from the heat plastic reacting to the heat or something like that. But it's way better than the hockey stick lightsaber that he had because of the UPS handling. And the hilt is really, really nice. It doesn't have a lot of paint. It's just that gunmetal plastic, or it could be plastic painted. Either way, it looks pretty good. And what I noticed at the end here, if you can see, this looks like damage. Melted, burnt, or broken. Almost like it was attached to something. Maybe it was like a dual blade or something. But it's definitely not your typical lightsaber hilt. But it looks pretty awesome. Here we have a look at BD1, his other accessory, or more like another figure. So it comes in this nice droid, and it's casted in that weird, like, off-white plastic, which works for it very well. Has a lot of paint to it. Paint's pretty clean throughout, and I like it. It's like, I love the little legs. It looks really cool. A little bit of red on there, but hey, whatever. So much detail in this little guy. And he has articulation. So they must have took this from like the Transformers line, because you got a little ball joint right here. So his head has attitude, full 360 look around and everything. His hips are actually on ball joints as well. But the ball joints are actually going into the body. I don't know if you can really see that. It's going into the body itself. And then we get a joint right there, so you can actually move his legs just like that on both sides, which is great. You know, having that like little bit of articulation is just enough for this droid. And I think it makes a big difference by, instead of just having a solid droid that you can't really do anything with. And, you know, speaking of doing anything with, on the package, it shows that he could like, he's like this on the package. Let me get it to focus here. So yeah, it's like he's on his shoulder, but there's like no peg hole or anything to put the little guy, unfortunately, on his back, which I would have liked to have seen him be able to like peg up, if that's how they're advertising it on the box, or if that's how it's going to be in the game. But the figure itself, I mean, the Cal figure looks great. The face sculpt is awesome, and you can tell he's a young guy. Really like that. Hair sculpted pretty nice. Let's get it to focus there a little bit. Hair sculpted nice. Could have used a little bit of wash in there. And that's something I noticed on this figure. It didn't get as much love as the Mandalorian at all. Even on his, the paint apps are very, very blah. Like, look at the straps and stuff on the back. There's overspray. There's lacking on this part, so they could have used that over here. So you could tell it must have like shifted. They could have used a washed on the quilted part underneath. I'm really going to pick this guy apart because, I mean, from that same line, I started with the Mandalorian, and I'm like, man, that thing is great, but it sort of must be like a MCU figure versus a comic book figure when it comes to Marvel Legends. So I guess because Mandalorian's getting their own show, they gave it a little bit more love than this guy, but he's getting a video game. I don't get it. But the straps are painted. They're just not painted as nicely. He does have some paint work on these little tubes on there here, and he does have a iPod on his wrist. Let's focus on that. That's straight up iPod right there. Wonder what he's listening to. And his gloves look like he's been in somebody's butthole. Like, that's covered in poop. These are the poopiest gloves, which I'm okay. Dirty gloves, all right. Means he's been through some stuff, but definitely been in some butts. This arm is completely clean, and I'm not a fan of it, and I'm going to go into the reason why. So he has this crazy glossy wrist wrap thing, which is, I don't understand why it's glossy. Like, you would think that if it'd be more of like a matte, like a leather, but it's crazy glossy. They painted his arm because it's casted in that blue plastic or some sort of plastic, but you can see it's painted. I don't know why they just didn't cast this piece instead of, it's just so nasty. Focus. There we go. Look at that nasty elbow. The nasty paint on by his little shiny wrist thing. It's rough. It's rough. But we do get some nice pouches underneath. Pouches look pretty good. His belt, lower part's pretty good. The upper part, like I said, is just, it's atrocious. It's bad, and it's just spotty dirtiness to it. I got some extra paint on his undershirt, which is all right, and that looks all painted, and it's like glossy. It's like his arms are not glossy. Why would you paint it like whatever? All right, so I'm sorry if I'm ripping this one apart. Some sloppy paint on that hook right there, or clip or whatever. Got some extra paint of red paint on there. Then we get to this cool part. Like, this is a really cool part. I love the little like gas tank, tool belt, and this tool almost looks like it comes out. It's actually made out of like a harder, well, it's not super pliable, but that almost looks like it could be removable. That would have been super cool. It would have been cool if these pouches were deeper so you can actually use them. So customizers might be out there, you know, drilling those in to make them useful pouches. Then he's got his butt and his legs, and then we get down to his feet. Now the feet, look at those joints. Look at those ankle joints. One's brown, one's matches. So it's like mismatch. Did anybody else get mismatched joints in the ankles? Because I sure did. So it's sort of, it's weird. Like they ran out and they had to use something. And what else is weird is like these pants. They got this cool like wash to them. They got the little circuit board right there, but then the wash seems to stop. It's only on his laps, but it doesn't even get up to his hips, and it doesn't even go like really down his legs at all or to his shoes. I don't get it. The lack of love. This guy could have been like knocked out of the park. His face is good. They just, where's the extra paint? Where's the love, Hasbro? Doesn't Cal get the love? Don't I get the love, Hasbro? Articulation wise, he can look full 360, and his head is on that double ball joint as well, like the Mandalorian. So you get some really good range of motion because you got the ball joint here, ball joint in there. So he looks and moves quite nice. So very range of motion, which is awesome. Arms, you know, they can go up. He has no bicep swivel, which I don't understand why they just don't add that. Because they just rely on the single jointed elbow, which gets the nice angle we need, and it pivots there. He doesn't have any wrist or forearm rotation. It's just strictly wrist, and then he has the wrist bend in there somewhere. Sort of. It's there, barely. And then this one, thankfully, his sword-wielding hand has the bend that goes the right direction when it deals with swords. I mean, that's always a good thing. Then he has the ab movement, which is awesome. all the stuff on his back doesn't articulate. Even though he's a strap there, it does not get in the way when you're moving him around. And, you know, he gets some crazy good motion out of that. I like it. No waist swivel. He could do the splits. He can also kick quite up there. You can do a nice Spartan kick. No field goal, but he does have a thigh cut, double jointed knees, no ankle or no boot bend, but he has an ankle bend. And then he has pivot in that ankle. So your typical look feeling Black Series legend sort of articulation, but plenty for this guy, even though he could have used a little bit more love, but still a really cool looking Jedi to have in my collection. I have Cal all posed up, and honestly, he sort of looks like, to me, I feel like he would almost fence with his getup, like how he looks. He would fight, you know, with his lightsaber, almost like a rapier in a way, especially when he has that glove like that. That's just sort of how I feel like he fights. I'm looking forward to see how he is in the game. So Cal as a figure is not a disappointing figure at all. He's exactly what I was expecting. Yes, I would have liked a little bit more paint quality, a little bit more plug and play feature for the droid, but I ended up figuring out a better way to handle BD1. So he looks awesome, and I got him to sort of prop up on his back, and that is because I rigged up, if you can see, I rigged up his little foot there through his harness, so he is stuck in there. I'm sure if I shook him he'd fall out, but it is something that would give you the droid on the shoulder look. And that sums up my unboxing review of Star Wars The Black Series Cal Kestis from Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order figure. The figure is great, not a disappointment at all. So if you're a Star Wars fan, a Jedi fan, a Force user fan, definitely get this figure because he's a nice, unique sculpt. It's a refreshing in a sense. Plus, you get a nice articulated BD1 droid. So who doesn't want an articulated droid? So definitely pick him up. He's worth being part of your collection, in my opinion. And if you guys like what you saw, please hit that thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new to my channel, as I'm always doing a variety of different types of reviews. And hit that bell notification so you know when I'm posting up a video, because it's always good to know when something new is up and you can watch it. And it's entertaining, I hope. So I hope my stuff's entertaining. And make sure you guys check out Toyco Toys and Collectibles. You got the website down below. Underneath the website is a promo code for you to use to get free shipping from anything you order from that website directly to your doorstep. So definitely utilize that. And make sure you check out Toyco Toys and Collectibles Facebook groups. You got the community. You can interact with your fellow nerds, talk figures, trade figures. And then you have the pre-order group, which is amazing. It stomps on the competition. So if you're a normal Big Bad Toy Store, Megalopolis, Entertainment Earth purchaser, definitely check out Toyco in that pre-order group, because I guarantee you he is beating prices. It's ridiculous. It's awesome. And plus you're getting it delivered from California to your doorstep, and it's nice, crispy, minty delivery. It's awesome. So definitely check them out. Also, check out the Facebook group, Plastic Cannibals. That is my group. If you want to be part of a nice little tight-knit collecting family where everybody looks out for one another, we share collection pictures, action figure pictures, we just talk and have a good time, definitely check it out. At the end of the video, you'll see an image that says Plastic Cannibals. So all you do is go to Facebook, type in Plastic Cannibals, and then you'll see a group with that image. Answer the 3 questions, we'll get you on in. So check that out as well. So have the best luck hunting. Keep on collecting. Have a beautiful day.